Hello, air signs. This is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing, bringing you a special reading. We're not going to do the normal weekly reading. Instead, we are going to do a reading for the month of April 2018 to help each of you with the changes and things that we're going through right now. This will hopefully come in handy for everyone. Now, I have, when I prayed and prepared the cards and shuffled them, I did ask that each of you receives at least one message. So if you find that there's not much in here for you, do check your moon or your rising sign. You might find something in there, and hopefully it will help. For those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. For the loyal subscribers, thank you for being awesome. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, sharing. Those of you that have donated, thank you for your donations. So let's see here. Those of you that are celebrating, happy Easter. I do hope you have an amazing day. In honor of Jesus, I'm actually in this reading going to pull a card for each of you from Doreen Virtue's Loving Words from Jesus deck of cards. So we will pull that at the end with your angel answer cards. I will pull one of those for each of you as well. I am super busy and don't really have time to do these for you, but I am squeezing them in even though it's super late and I'm doing them. But I'm not going to have time because I know that you guys need the information, so I want to get these done for you to help you, but I don't have time to go back to listen to them, to timestamp them. So if one of you could be very kind and gracious to timestamp these for me in the comments below, I would appreciate it. So if you could let everyone know when the different signs are going to be starting to help them and help me out, I would appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started. Angels had me do an interesting thing for you all. This first deck of cards, they wanted me to throw them down on the table, mix them all up, hot mess, bottom of the deck. And I was kind of surprised because typically they'll tell me if something's reversed in the middle of your readings, but they wanted me to make soup with your cards. So in one of your signs, Gemini, you actually have a reverse card because of it. So, and as I sniffle, hang in there with me, I have the sniffles. So I'm going to ramp up my vitamin C and keep any cold at bay. But you might get to hear me sniffle. So we're just going to work with it. Okay. Okay, looks like you're getting some special love, Aquarius. Almost there. For those of you that are interested in the cards, I am not going to be announcing what they are, but I will put the name of the decks down below. So there is a text box below the video. In that box, that's where I put the link to my webpage, link where you can make donations, link to my Facebook page, all that. You will also find in there the names of the cards. So that way, if you love them, you can go and get a deck. So let me see if you guys can see all of these. Wow, that is close enough for government work. Okay, we can spread these out a bit. Yeah, I'll grab this when I get to them. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So what we have is situation which challenging or blocking you, what you are unaware of and or what will be helping you this month, and then what the angels are recommending you do this month. Then we have Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So let's go ahead and start with Aquarius. Actually, your overall energy for all of you, to give you some hope, despite how it's, okay, so for a couple of you, despite how it's going to seem when we do these readings, your dreams are coming true. That is the overall energy. You have 9 of summer. This is dreams fulfilled, wishes coming true, magical time of life. It's just there's divine timing at play. So we'll cover that as we work our way through the reading. So, Aquarius, you have, hopefully you can see that, 9 of winter. At the bottom it says unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. And that's where a number of you are at. You are just overwhelmed with fear and worry and a lot of stress. So they're encouraging you to breathe, take a deep breath. A number of you aren't even sleeping well. You're like having nightmares. You see how she was abruptly wakened by a nightmare. And that's kind of where you are. You all have this dread, this nightmare, worst case scenario. And for some of you, it's keeping you up at night. Some of you, the stress, you just can't quiet your mind. You can't get any sleep. So they're encouraging you to breathe, to relax. Things are going to improve, and things are not as bad as they seem. For some of you, if you get outside, get outdoors, take a walk in nature and ask the angels to give you some guidance, to give you some signs, some information, that will help give you some clarity, help bring your stress level down a little bit. Because this is Nine of Winter, this is Swords. These fears, they're just in your head. And unfortunately, we start to fear and worry and doubt about things. We can create self-fulfilling prophecies. Now, for many of you, you see these two white doves. You've got the one, it's almost like she's sitting in a crown. The other one's almost like he's bringing an olive branch. So for some of you, you are fearing not coming together with your beloved. So for some of you, you are in a divine love. You're fearing that, okay, this just isn't going to work out. There's not going to be any reunion. We're not going to be coming together. You're really stressed and worried about that. For others of you, you're just fearful about being alone. You're afraid of being alone, and you're so focused on the problem. And for many of you, it's caused you to be stuck in all areas of your life. Now, what is challenging you, you have appreciation. And this card's all about choosing gratitude. Because you have a lot to be grateful for, Aquarius. You have a lot of blessings in your life. You really do. And you have more to come. So by appreciating the things that you have, because you see here, she's divinely watched over. God's watching over her. She has this bush over here that's blooming, it's blossoming. But instead, she's got her tissues in hand because she's been crying and been really sad because, oh, this bramble bush, it's dead, it's not alive, it's not blossoming, this relationship's not happening, it's not coming to life. And because of that, you're stuck. Many of you are stuck in a state of despair. You're stuck in a state of like repetitive negative thinking, fearful thinking, and you're struggling to get yourself out of that. And unfortunately, when we focus on the things that we don't have, we create more of that. So for a number of you, you're focusing on the fact that, okay, I don't have love. I don't have a relationship. I'm all alone. I just don't have what I want. I don't have what I need. And that's unfortunately causing more lack in your life. But what's helping you this month? You have Major Arcana, the Emperor. Archangel Uriel, and at the bottom it says stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. This is all about, this month, they're trying to get you to step into your power, to take control of your life, to focus on the things that you can control, because you can't control him. You cannot control anyone else. All you can do is control yourself. But by focusing on yourself, focusing on your life, focusing, for many of you, focusing on your mission, the thing that you're here to do. Because for many of you that this is a divine love, this isn't going to come together until you have taken some action steps and cleared up some things and started moving forward in your mission. But you are so at this time focused on this love and that you don't have it and you're feeling alone, that you're totally forgetting about your light worker mission. You're totally forgetting about the things that you're here to do. You're forgetting about and not focusing on God, because you're here to do a mission for God. If you are a light worker, you have been chosen by God to come down here and do great things for other people. sometimes we can get so caught up in what we don't have and what's going wrong, and that's where a number of you are, that the focus is off of your mission. And the focus is not on you. So if you can step into your power, if you can start to focus on your mission, if you can take control of your life, because you can take control of your life, you will find that that's going to start to change everything. It will change everything. Shift that focus. Adjust that crown of yours and take your spot on your throne. They're trying to encourage you to do that this month. Okay. Now, Aquarius, you guys have 3 of these cards. You have Discovering Truth. At the bottom it says, you stand in the light of truth. This is about following your dreams, following your heart, listening to your truth, listening to the truth of your soul. Because some of you are being called to go in a totally different direction. Some of you, you see, you've got these two, they're heading in one direction, he's heading in a totally different direction. So many of you, as you've been going through this ascension process, you've been growing, you've been healing, you've been stepping into your authenticity, stepping into your power, growing, evolving. Some of you have just kind of grown at a different pace than others. And some of you, with that growth, you're being called to start a new career, start a new business, go in a totally different direction in life than you've ever done before. And for some of you, that's what has you fearful, because, you know, leaving your comfort zone. But they're encouraging you to do that. They're also encouraging many of you to go with the flow. You have in the flow, everything is smooth sailing. And this is all about letting go of the shoreline, not trying to be in control, just allowing things to unfold naturally and allowing things to unfold within the divine timing in which they are meant to happen. Not fighting things, not trying to control from a state of fear, but just allow. Just let it happen. Because for many of you, you are so fearful and worried that this is not going to happen that you have a death grip on it. You're totally focused on it. You're totally worried about it. And you're really stressing yourselves out about it. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. For many of you, it's kind of like a puzzle. Different pieces need to be put into place first before this can happen. Some of you, the puzzle that needs to be put in place is you doing your mission, like they were saying earlier, answering the call. The time is now. This really is about moving forward in your mission, moving forward in what you are here to do. You have a calling. You have an unbelievable purpose. Focus on that. Focus on that. Step into your power. Focus on your mission. Listen to your calling. Take those action steps that you're being guided to take, and everything else will just fall into place when the time comes. The other card that you have is Love Heals Fear. And at the bottom it says, the power of your love can help bullies and angry people be less afraid. But Aquarius, this is talking about your anger. So some of you are very angry right now, they're saying. You're very angry because things aren't working and things aren't happening. And some of you are kind of like, no matter what I do, I keep tending that. I keep putting fertilizer on it. I keep giving all my love and attention and focus and effort to it, but it is not producing. It's not bearing fruit. It's not blooming. It's not blossoming. Night after night I'm alone. And it just pisses me off. The anger you have is because you are fearful it is not going to happen. But when you can shift your perspective, it's going to happen. Your dreams are going to come true. This is your overall energy. It's going to happen, just not yet. It's not time yet. So they're encouraging you to release your fear this month. You're angry because you're fearful it's not going to happen, but you have no need, you have no reason to worry no reason to fear. Ask Archangel Michael this month to help you release your fear. Ask him to help you release your anger that has been caused by that fear. You are safe. You are protected. This connection, for those of you that this is divine love, the connection is protected. But everything is going to happen in divine timing. Not your timing. It's going to happen in God's timing when the time is right. And when it does, you're going to be able to look back and be like, dang, you did real good on that, God. You kind of blow me away with how you timed that. Because it will be perfect. And you will be impressed. But you just need to step back. Release control. Just focus on you. And many of you, you're being encouraged to ask for their help because you have been in this state of lack and dread and fear and worry, and for some of you almost like depression for so long that you've been feeling alone, as though you don't have help, but you have so much help. You're surrounded by the angels. You're surrounded by love. You have a massive divine team. They cannot help you, though, until you ask for their help. So ask. This card says, ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. And that is because the angels serve God by helping you. That's what they do. You have free will. They are not going to impose upon your free will. The only time they're going to step in to help you without you asking is if something's going to happen that's going to cause you to die and cross over before it's your time to go home. They will step in a life or death situation. Other than that, you're on your own until you ask. The moment you ask, they will swoop in. And don't fear that you're pulling them away from someone else, because some people are afraid to ask for help because they're like, oh, there are people worse off than me, people in such, detrimental, serious situations, and my situation's not serious. I don't want to pull the angels from them. You're not pulling them from anyone. They can be with everyone on this planet and other planets all simultaneously. So for everything, big or small, ask. Start asking, and you'll find how easy things will start to become for you. You'll also find that things are going to shift for you. Now, what Jesus wants you to know, well played. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. John 14:27. You're loved. You're being helped. Allow them to help you release your fear this month, so you can be smooth sailing. Okay, now Aquarius, come back at the end. I will pull an angel answer card for you, okay? Moving on to Gemini. Okay, you guys get one of these cards. So the angels told me to go ahead and shuffle and prepare this archetype deck of mine. And they told me about half of the signs are going to be getting these. And you, Geminis, you get one. So today is your lucky day. Let me put this over here. Okay. So let me hold this upright so you can see the graphics. Your situation this month, you have 3 of summer. And at the bottom it says news worth celebrating, announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, friends you cherish. But this is in reverse. Okay. So Gemini, this month some of you are going, most of you this month are going to experience some form of unexpected financial loss. A loss of money, income. For some of you, it could be because someone has taken advantage of you in your graciousness. For others, maybe it could be your spouse invested a big chunk of your money and the investment flops. Others of you could be overindulging. Maybe you get this tax return. You know, this is April. Maybe you get your tax return and you just go on a shopping spree. Yeehaw! My mom's a Gemini. I know y'all love to shop. And maybe you get the tax money and you're just like, you know, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to take all my friends and we're all going to party and we're going to get a drink and we're going to have the best time ever. And I'm going to take everyone on a paid vacation because, woohoo, I got some money from Uncle Sam. And then you look at your checking account and you're like, holy crap, I'm really in the hole. So for some of you, it could be very well overspending. Some it could be overspending because you're trying to fill a void. Maybe you're having problems with your spouse or things are troubling you and stressing you. So your way to avoid that or to make yourself feel better is to overindulge, overspend. But it's going to cause you some problems this month. But the nice thing is, if you're listening to this reading, you now have a warning that this could potentially happen. So if you pay attention to your finances, you can maybe avert or keep it from becoming too big of a problem. Because again, the challenge is you have door to value. And this is about new beginnings in finances, new beginnings in career, new beginnings in money. It's about something that is totally unexpected, like a total unexpected influx of money. But for you, it's totally unexpected loss of money. And the reason is even reiterated with this artist card. So light attributes, you have expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And then the shadow attributes, using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. So for some of you, the challenge, the reason that you're having this problem is because of self-indulgence, overindulgence. Being very frivolous with your money. Like this artist, she's just throwing paint, slapping it up on the canvas. Like she's got tons of paint. Some of you have just been throwing your money around. Or you may be throwing your money around. But for others of you, it's a mindset. You know that starving artist thing? It's a woe is me. So for some of you, you have been in a mindset, some of you about finances, but some of you just about other things in life. Like, oh, things in life just, they don't go well for me. I'm always in the hole. I never have good things happen. Everything that could possibly go wrong is going wrong in my life. And da 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 da. Coming from a state of lack, from a state of I have nothing. So for some of you, the reason that this has energetically occurred is because you have energetically created it with your thoughts. Because if we trust and we know that I'm always going to have money, money is always going to be there. Money is not an issue. We don't worry about it. Money is energy. We have to have money going out to have money coming in. So if you're fearing that you're not going to have money, you're fearing that you're constantly going to be in the hole, you're fearing that it's never going to be there, you will create that. And for many of you, that is something that you've created. And some it's on a bigger scale where you feel a lack in so many areas of your life that it's just manifesting now in money. So this doorway, instead of bursting open for money to start flowing in at you, it's closed. But it's only temporarily closed, which is good. It's a lesson about the power of your thoughts that many of you are going to be learning this month. Because what you have that you're unaware of, you have 3 of Gabriel. And at the bottom it says prosperity arising from wise planning, I have a glare, and it's getting really late, but I have a glare when you don't, and vice versa. So it says, time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. You see, she's standing here by this ship. She's got all of her bags packed. She's ready to go. This really is about making wise choices, making good choices. And because you make wise choices, your ships come in. So because you make wise choices, the door to abundance, it reverses. It opens back up and money starts flowing back in again. Again, it's energy. So what you're aware of is many of you are very quickly going to shift this energetic flow. The reason you're going to shift it is by shifting your thoughts to optimistic thoughts. Expecting things to turn out positively, expecting your cash flow to turn around, expecting to be back in the black, not in the hole. If you expect that, you will see that it will quickly happen. It will quickly turn around. And the key to having that happen is trusting. The angels are recommending that you trust. This is Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic. And this is all about, the key for us to open the doorway is to trust. So many of you, it is trusting your intuition, because when there's moonlight, you really can't see everything. You have to trust that you're not going to fall into a hole, that you're not going to twist your ankle, and you're not going to face plant on the ground. You just trust. And you see, he's just trusting. He's walking along. He's playing his flute. And he just trusts. God's going to take care of him. He's not going to get hurt. He's going to have everything he needs it right when he needs it. And that's what they're wanting you to know. They need you to trust that you are being provided for, because you are. They need you to know and trust that you are receiving financial blessings. You are receiving the abundance that you need. You can just bumble along forward. Archangel Michael makes fun of me all the time because he'll tell me sometimes, oh, just keep bumbling along, because I'm that person. Especially when it comes to money and those types of things, I don't worry about that. I do just bumble along, because I know they're going to take care of it. I've got too many other things to worry about. Why am I going to worry about that? But they want you to bumble along with faith. You're okay. You're taken care of. Blessings are going to come in. Because you're not trusting is why you're having the problem. For many of you, like they said, this is a lesson in trust, a lesson in faith for you. I hope that you all pass it. Now that you have this warning, hopefully you'll be able to very quickly switch into a place of optimism, faith, trust, knowing that blessings and good things are coming your way. You will pass this test and you'll have some money bursting in the doors. But it's your thoughts that are creating it. It really is your thoughts. You have happy thoughts. To feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. You see this unicorn? We got a downed unicorn. We have all these clouds. The unicorn really can't see. The unicorn really can't clearly see the way to security. The unicorn has to trust that there's security. By changing your thoughts to a state of optimism, joy, faith, you will change your life. And if you test it in the month of April, you'll find some magic comes your way. Last card you have is Blessing in Disguise. And I'm just going to turn it my way to read it. I'll flip it back for you. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. So in the midst of this challenge, because again, it's going to be very short-lived, but in the midst of it, recognize and know that it's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. Because you're learning to have complete faith and trust with money and finances, and it's only a temporary it's very, very short-lived. It's not like you're going to be going without finances and the money that you need to live off of for years. You're going to have this resolved for many of you all within the same month, a couple weeks. But that's trying to help you understand the power of your thoughts. Thankfully, this isn't something related to your health or something that could have very serious long-term implications. So it is a blessing. Because for some of you, they're saying your thoughts are very, not just worried about money and finances, you're worried about everything in life. Everything that could possibly be wrong, those thoughts all keep spinning and spiraling in your mind, which is why if you look at your life, you have created a number of those things. They're bringing you this blessing in disguise for you to understand the power of your thoughts, so you don't cause yourself any serious health problems. So you don't cause yourself any serious things that you can't bounce back from in just 1 month. Your thoughts have power. They want you to know that. They're giving you this lesson this month to help you realize that and see that, so that you can release your fears. You can release your worries. You can just trust. And you'll find how much better and easier life is. Now, Jesus wants you to know. Oh, it's funny. 2 in a row. Be not afraid, only believe. Mark 5:36. You see? She thinks she's drowning. She thinks for sure the tide, the pull, the water, it's going to just grab her, pull her underneath. You are not going to be pulled underneath. God has you. Jesus has you. Look at this. He's even doing it with one arm. He's holding a child in the other arm. You're okay. You're safe. You're protected. You have everything that you need. You just need to trust. So, hopefully you are able to do that this month, Gemini. Okay, last but not least, moving on to Libra. You have the 6 of Spring. And these should all be fairly close, but I am going to hold this one up so you can see the image. It says, wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. This is all about, you see, she's coming in with this banner, news, announcement. This is all about congratulations on a job well done. Wonderful and exciting news coming your way. Something that you've been wanting, something that you've been looking forward to. News of success. Many of you, this news is coming from a distance. And it is news that's going to be very positive. Now it's twofold. So for some of you, this is news about a love. Some of you, this could be news about your twin flame, where they're going to be coming in to share news with you. That's going to be very positive. That's going to make you very happy. Some news that you have been waiting on. For others of you, this is going to be some news about moving forward with your own business, or at least starting to take those beginning steps. Because what is blocking you from having this news, you have the garden and the gate. And if you look here, if you can see up close, she has this key around her neck. At any point, she can escape. But she's staying in there on purpose because she feels safe. She's behind a locked gate because she wants to stay safe. She wants to be guarded, protected. So for many of you, this news is not coming in from your beloved because you are guarding yourself. You are protecting yourself. You won't let him get close to get the key because you've locked the gate. So he can't get into you. He can't get in to see you. He can't get in to get the key to your heart. Many of you, you're staying in this position of protection because of fear. For most, a large number, this is about love. You have these 2 butterflies. For many of you, it is about your divine love, your twin returning to you. You will be having some positive news come in, but you will have that positive news to come in after you let your guard down. You see, she even has her arms crossed in front of her in a protective fashion. So she's kind of like, I don't see the whole truth. I don't really know what's going on. I'm going to stay right where I'm at, and I'm going to keep eyeballing you. What are you up to? I don't think I can trust you. So until you can trust, until you can clear up the air, until you can allow that guard down, that is blocking this news from coming in. Because with twins, it's energetic. They can pick up exactly what you think about them. Many of you, they telepathically hear your thoughts, but they're always feeling what you're feeling. So if you're not trusting them, if you're afraid to let them in because you're afraid that they're going to hurt you again, they're not going to show up. That's what you're expecting to happen. You're fearful, you're not wanting them in, they're not going to show up. They're not going to come in until you are ready to receive them. For others of you, you have an opportunity to take a totally new path in career. Many of you, that is starting your own business, but you are fearful of leaving the confines, the comfort, the security of the company, the organization that you've worked in for years. Many of you, it's like a home, but you're fearful. How am I going to take care of myself? How am I going to provide for myself? I'm not happy. I'm kind of miserable. I really want to go out. I really want to start this business, but I don't think I'm going to be able to provide for myself. So I'm going to stay here. But they're encouraging you to, to unlock the gate. Put 1 foot out. Maybe put 2 feet out. You don't have to just up and completely leave your job. For many of you, it's just a matter of starting to take those steps. Maybe you start doing, maybe you're wanting to become a yoga instructor. Well, maybe you start teaching classes at night. You maybe don't quit your 9, which it wouldn't be wise to just up and quit your 9-to-5 job. Start doing yoga in the evening. Start building up your clientele. When it gets to the point that you are so busy on the yoga side of the house that you can't juggle your full-time career, then maybe you look at a point of, okay, am I ready to make the full leap of faith? But you have to start working toward that first. Many of you haven't even started working toward it. But what's helping you this month? You have Ace of Michael, and at the bottom it says, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. This is Swords. This is about being your thoughts in your head. But what's helping you is some of you are going to be receiving some truth this month. You're going to be getting some information. You're going to be getting some insight. Because Ace of Michael really is about truth. It's about clearing the air. That truth, that information, that insight, that aha, that epiphany, that's going to open up the pathway for you to move forward. But don't allow the past to keep you stuck in the present. So for some of you, maybe you're going to have news come in from your beloved this month. But you're going to be so non-trusting and so fearful that, oh my gosh, we're just going to be having these delays and these hurdles, and it's going to be an uphill climb like it was in the past. So I just don't know. I don't know if I can trust this. Some of you, you're going to be, she's giving him the eyeball. Some of you are going to be over-scrutinizing, analyzing, and judging, and just looking for something else. What did he do? What else is he doing wrong? What is he up to? When's the other shoe going to drop? But that's going to cause more delays. Take the truth at face value. So for those of you that are going to be hearing from your twin, your beloved this month, take it at truth value. Take that truth at face value and believe it. Don't look for something else to be wrong. Just believe it. Open your heart. Some of you, because aces are new beginnings, they're fresh starts. Some of you, you're going to get this great idea to start venturing into this new career, this new entrepreneurship of yours. And you'll be like, wow, why didn't I think of that before? Well, you thought of it now because now it's time. It's now time for you to move forward in that. And it wasn't time before, but now it is. Now, are you going to be up and running full speed with your business immediately? No, it's probably going to take you a year or two before you take that big leap of faith. But if you start now, you'll be ready to jump forward. But it's starting to walk down that path. The path is going to be cleared for you this month. That's what's going to help you. And it's funny because what the angels recommending, you see this clear path? The path's going to be cleared. All you need to do is walk down it now. You have reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. And this is saying the same thing. Success, your hard work paying off, your dreams coming true because of you putting in the work. This also talks about wrapping up any loose ends that you have, concluding any projects that you have, wrapping stuff up so that you can move toward your destiny. So for some of you, maybe in order for you to move forward with this divine love, maybe there's an ex, or maybe some of you are in the midst of a divorce. This would be about, concluding that, wrapping that up. But any of those things, that's really what this month, and for some of you it's going to go on for a few months, where you're just tying up loose ends, but you're tying them up as you're moving down the path. You're not completely sitting here stuck, stalled out until everything is totally done and tied up in a nice, neat bow. You start proceeding forward, tying up loose ends as you move along. This is also about, for many of you, this has been a long time coming. So this divine love, This has been happening, dragging on for years for some of you. So they're asking that you not allow any frustrations and fears that, okay, well, what if it doesn't work out this time? Well, you know, it went sour a number of times previously. I just don't think I can take action steps in that direction because I don't want a repeat of what's happened in the past. They're encouraging you to not allow that to block your path. You are guaranteed success. So they're encouraging you to start moving down the golden brick road. You will reach your destination. For some of you, it's going to still take a little bit more time. Because you see, this stuff hasn't manifested. The castle, the new home, is not planted on top of the mountain. These things are coming down. They are coming to fruition. They are there. They're just not physically there yet. But you're on your way to them. They're helping you clear the path. Help them clear the path for you because it's definitely going to happen. It really is. You're guaranteed success. One other sign had this. I think it was a water sign. Maybe Scorpio? Okay, yeah, they're saying Scorpio. See, this is why when you guys ask me questions in your comments about your readings, I don't ever remember what I say because I channel it. So I need them to tell me what I said. But this is going to happen. You are guaranteed success. So that's why I can never answer any of your questions. But definitely yes. Across the bottom it says the answer to your question is a strong yes. It's a yes exclamation. It's going to happen. It is guaranteed. It is fated. The outcome you desire will be happening. All you need to do is have faith and stay optimistic. And allow it to happen when it's divinely meant to. Because it will. And many of you are indeed twin flames, and that's part of why it takes time, because you have loose ends to tie up. They have loose ends to tie up. There's just a lot to do. That takes time. But in the meantime, you focus on your mission. You focus, some of you, it's focusing on this new business. And for some, it may not be a total new business. It may be a completely new career. So maybe you are, because a lot of twins are stepping out of their traditional career. So maybe you have been an architect for years. And now you're like, I want to be a shaman. Totally different. But you can't just show up for work one day as an architect and the next day turn up as a shaman. It requires progress. Yes, you don't have your business as a shaman fully established yet, but you are starting to move down that path. You're starting to see clients in the evening, or you're starting to see a mentor. Maybe you're taking your classes so that you can become certified. Then you can start seeing clients. And then at some point, you are working full-time in a business. You've started your own business as a shaman. But you have to start moving in that direction for it to happen. And that's what they're encouraging many of you to do. Now this says self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your coworkers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. They are helping you. They just need you to start taking the necessary steps in that direction. And Jesus wants you to know, knock and it shall be opened unto you. Matthew 7:7. Okay, I am going to pull an angel answer card for each of you. These. Okay, so think of a question you may have. Maybe something that wasn't answered. Maybe you have some random out of nowhere question that's really pulling at your heart. So think of that question. I'm going to pull one angel answer card for each of you, and then I will read the information from the book. So Aquarius, you have not the right time. Gemini, meditation brings answers. And Libra, a year from now. Okay, let's start with Aquarius. Not the right time. This is not the right time presently for what you're inquiring about. The answer is not a no, just a not yet. have patience. Your angels will give you a sign when the timing is perfect. Because again, divine timing is not our timing. God's timing is different than ours. So trust. Because again, okay, they want me to show you your overall energy, Aquarius. It is going to happen. It's going to happen. Your dreams are going to come true. These things that you desire, they are going to happen in divine timing. Gemini, you have meditation brings answers. Trying to come up with an intellectual answer to your concerns hasn't been successful. That's because the solutions you seek can only be found by going within, through meditation or inner spiritual work. You may also gather insights from your nighttime dreams as your subconscious creates solutions for you that are not available to the waking mind. And last, a year from now, Libra. A year from now. Look at that couple. The event you are asking about will occur within the year or soon after. During this time interval, you are encouraged to stay optimistic and to continue with self-care activities and other preparations for your desire. Remember that other people's free will choices are involved. Your angels are presently working behind the scenes on your behalf, even if you can't immediately see the evidence to your answered prayers. And again, Libra, just like they were reminding Aquarius, your dreams are going to come true. It's just divine timing as to when it's going to happen. And for some of you, it's because this entrepreneurial, this new business of yours, this career change of yours, for many of you, this is a mission that you are going to be doing without your twin. Now, your twin may very well be doing the work with you at some point, but it is something you are destined and fated to start on your own. And for many of you, you'll find once you start down this path and you start creating, you start making this career change, you are then doing your mission, which is a mission you need to first do and either complete or be well down the path on before your twin returns. So it's a puzzle. That piece just needs to fall into place first. So hopefully that helps all of you. I do wish you an amazing month filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.